We also learn about deserts. A desert is a dry place where nothing grows. In English class, we learn reading, spelling, and writing. Every week, we learn to spell a list of words. Every month, we have to write a paper. I like writing funny sentences. Once, I wrote a funny sentence. And my teacher kept laughing. My friends also couldn't stop laughing. In history class, we study the history of America. We learn about who discovered America. We also learn about the different states. There are 30 questions and answers on the above story with very easy words for kids aged from 5 to 7-year-old to understand. 1. What do we learn about in the story? We learn about deserts, English class, and history class. 2. What is a desert? A dry place where nothing grows. 3. What do we learn in English class? We learn reading, spelling, and writing. 4. What do we spell every week? A list of words. 5. How often do we write a paper in English class? Every month. 6. What does the writer like to write? Funny sentences. 7. What happened when the writer wrote a funny sentence? The teacher and friends laughed. 8. What do we study in history class? The history of America. 9. Who discovered America? We learn about it in history class. 10. What else do we learn in history class? The different states. 11. What can grow in a desert? Nothing can grow in a desert. 12. What do we have to do with the list of words? We learn to spell them. 13. What does the writer write every month? A paper. 14. What type of sentences does the writer like to write? Funny sentences. 15. How did the teacher and friends react to the funny sentence? They laughed. 16. What country do we learn about in history class? America. 17. What do we learn about America's history? We learn about its past. 18. Who do we learn about in history class? People who lived before us. 19. What is the name of the person who discovered America? We learn about different people who may have discovered America. 20. What do we learn about the different states? We learn about their names and locations. 21. What is the climate like in a desert? It is very dry. 22. What types of things can we do in English class? We can learn how to read, spell, and write. 23. How often do we have to write a paper? Every month. 24. What kind of sentences did the writer write that made the teacher laugh? Funny sentences. 25. What is the subject of history class? America's past. 26. Who is the teacher in English class? The person who teaches us how to read, spell, and write. 27. What do we learn about spelling in English class? We learn how to spell words correctly. 28. What do we learn about writing in English class? We learn how to write sentences and papers. 29. What do we learn about in history class besides America's history? We learn about the different states. 30. What did the writer do that made the teacher and friends laugh? Wrote a funny sentence.